So, Monastery Mentor is a card that just we love to try in Modern because it's like a card that's like obviously very powerful, right? Like this card's restricted in Vintage, but you like need the right supporting cards surrounding it. I like that this deck gets to utilize Baubles and Moxes alongside of it to like kind of play it on 3 and then trigger it right away, which is nice. Yeah, I knew I wasn't blocked by Lee. I actually locked Happy Me Monday, Bowlinger. Thank you for the 11-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. When I started streaming Magic Online again, I had someone ask him to unblock me because he was posting Magic Online updates on his account, and I wanted to see them since I was streaming the game again. I was watching Nassif play this Boros, mostly white, aggro deck, and it looks good. Yeah, maybe. I'm interesting to see. The format, we still don't really know 100% of like what's going on, right? This hand's not good enough, right? Like Mox Amber doesn't make mana. Could you imagine if Mox Opal turned on Mox Amber? Although I guess if Opal turned on Amber, it might turn on itself. This hand just like doesn't accomplish anything. Yeah, I agree. I think that hand was pretty close, but I definitely think it's a mulligan. This seems like reasonable. Like the stuff, right? I'm gonna bottom a land. Maybe bottoming a land is loose. I must have missed. If you submitted a deck while we were still in the freeze, I might not have responded to it, but I don't have any decks being waited. Oh, you know what? I think your email bounced. Devotion. I had an email bounce at some point. I responded to Owenwald at 08. Owenwald08 at gmail.com on August 29th. About a Black Devotion deck. So I actually responded to the last of the deck submissions this morning. So if you were waiting on a response, I'm out to give you a TLDR on Mono Black Devotion. I'm not playing Mono Black Devotion in Modern. You can go watch the past videos we've played with that archetype. It's just not good. Just like the average card quality the deck has to play is just like very, very low. It just does not create a pleasant gameplay experience. You just get dumpstered. Basic Island, Aether Vial, Merfolk. Some kind of brew, humans with a basic island. Some humans have been playing basic islands. Yeah, Devotion is just like one of those decks where like what it's doing isn't particularly powerful, and like even when it does its thing, it's like not very interesting. Spreading Seas doesn't really matter here. Could have a Silver Gull Adept off of these. Yeah, it could be Spirits, that's true. Utavault could still mean Spirits. Spirits definitely more popular than, nope, confirmed to be Fish. What a fish. So I guess if I jam the outcome here, I could get, I actually can't jam the outcome, right? Because I only have that much mana. All right, I'm actually going to do this and play this Ichor Wellspring. And then next turn I can play the PO through a Curse Catcher, which would be nice. We still get Spell Pierced or negated, but I'm going to play through Curse Catcher at least. What's going on, Tapped Lands? Welcome. Saw your Twitter post the last couple days about negativity from people towards MTGA. Yep, yeah, exactly, Trax. Like, the same, and I completely agree with the same people that have been, like, asking, like, when are our Magic Online updates happening? When is Magic Online gonna get pulled into the future? Arena is that future. Arena is the updates you've been asking for a long time. And now, like, now that we finally got those updates, these same people are like, this isn't gonna replace Magic Online. This isn't what I wanted. Guess what? You rubbed the bottle, and this is the genie. This is what the genie popped out. And, you know, I understand you may or may not be happy with it. How much it cost me to get Jeskai Control? So, like, the actual answer is that I haven't sat down and done the math. In my experience in talking to other players, it seems like $100, the biggest gem purchase, gets you most constructed decks, but it depends on how many mythics and rares are in the deck. Yeah, that's the biggest complaint I've seen, Trax, is people... Honestly, I feel like if Magic Online was stood up today, it would have major issues with gambling laws. And I feel like the only reason it doesn't have issues is because it's just been here for so long. Just like this thing that's existed for a long time. I mean, are you talking about for me? Because other people have posted about it too. I mean, like, what's there to say, right? Like, another person caught cheating. There's rampant cheating in competitive Magic. The reason why there's rampant cheating in competitive Magic is because the punishment for being a rampant cheater in competitive Magic is a slap on the wrist, come back again later. Hey, Ocean, thank you for the bits. I appreciate that. Get that added here after the stream today. I don't really know what there's to say. If there's anything else to say other than that, right? Just like we know there's issues, and we know why there's issues, and we're not the ones that can fix those issues. All right, I mean, we drew a bunch of cards here. I'm gonna go ahead and play out this explosives for one, and then I'm gonna discard some cards to hand size here. It's not even a year. They banned Dan Ward for 6 months. It's not even a year. It wasn't even a year, chat. That's why it's so obnoxious. It's just like they're not even giving them a year ban. Come back in 6 months. It's insane. Insane in the membrane. Modern's not going anywhere. Even if there's a new non-rotating format and Modern never comes to Arena, Modern is here to stay. The only reason Legacy will eventually turn into Vintage is because of the reserve list. Modern doesn't have the reserve list. It's going to be expensive, but like, it's going to get occasional reprints. Remember, one of the great things about Magic as a game is that while Wizards of the Coast makes the cards, we as the community kind of dictate what gets played. You can always get your friends together and play whatever formats you want. They don't have a Lord here. If they don't have a Lord here, we can actually be in an okay spot. Get this Mentor down next turn. Speaking of things being a year, I didn't get to send my sub message, but appreciate... Oh, I missed your sword. I feel so bad, Fedge. Thank you for the biddies. And yeah, welcome to the Knights of Hoglandia. I just want you to know that this is not an easy job. There are many nerds who need slain with some consistency, okay? It's very, very serious business. Well, I mean, like, Arena is going to be an answer to cheating in the long term, too, right? Hey, JC, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime sub there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the support. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Alright, so we've lost the ability to make tokens. No, you can't cheat on Magic Online. It's one of the many upsides to digital. You can, however, cheat in paper. There's lots of cheating in paper. I think I'm just blowing up this engineered explosives. This guy here wanted to throw my 2 cents in on Arena and Magic Online. I feel like WotC's saying they're going to support both is the same as Sony or Microsoft saying they are gonna support the current console at the same time as the new console. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, True Skirt. Right? And like if you listen to like interviews and stuff, you'll hear them talking about things like, you know, they're going to support it as long as that's what the players want, which translates to as long as it's making us money, we will continue to support it, which makes sense, right? Like if the product's making them money, why would they stop working on it? Extreme Gamer, thank you for the 6-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I feel so powerful. This is why Twitch chat can't be trusted. It's yeah, like I said, as someone who's arguably one of the most critical people of like most things, Wizards of the Coast especially in their software, because I'm so invested in this game. When I tell you that Arena is great, believe me that it is actually great. They draw a Lord for the turn. That's unfortunate. Alright, well. Let's do this and save ourselves 2 points here. We'll take 9 down to 4. I have the second engineered explosives to dumpster them with. I might actually be okay here with the second explosives. So I'm going to lead on Pentad Prism because it's mana neutral. It costs 2 mana, but it makes 2 mana. Morning, folks. Hey, if they had something like a main deck negate here, we get got, but like we beat Spell Pierce, right? Because we have 2 mana here and 2 mana here. Yeah, that person, the reason why the person in that video is such a big deal isn't like it's just like a local game store, right? So it's kind of like whatever, but that person has 2 Grand Prix wins and they were a national champion at one point. All right, how about we smash? Guys, is this Mentor card good? What do we think, Chad? Is there something to this Monastery Mentor card? Might be something to this Monastery Mentor card. I'm trying to hide the text box of the cards in my hand to prepare you for Magic Arena, which is the future. I mean, like, so this is kind of interesting. I think I'm just supposed to blow this up, though. That's not interesting at all. Let's just crack this. The problem with cracking that aggressively is if they have another Lord, I don't have another good answer to it. Oh gosh, that clears the Spreading Seas too, which makes their Master of Waves really bad, which is great for us. Brutal. I guess discarding this Academy Runes was a mistake. I definitely shouldn't have done that. If I wouldn't have discarded the Academy Runes, I could have... If I wouldn't have discarded the Academy Runes, I could have picked my Engineered Explosives back up this turn. We might be able to force blocks here. Yeah, I have to be able to force triple blocks is the issue. The fact that I didn't draw a spell there probably means I'm dead. So I get to play Sanctuary here, and then I get to PO and draw Draw 2 cards. So if I hit a couple of zeros here, I could be okay. I need to hit a 0 here. A 0 or 2. I need like, if I hit 2 zeros, I think we should be good. All right. All right. Well, let's find out if we're good, chat. This makes my other token 6 6s. So that means 3 of these are lethal, right? Which means they have to block 3 of them. So we force triple chump blocks. So that means we're dead if they draw a Lord next turn to these Mutavaults. But if they don't draw a Lord, we get to kill them next turn. So that was pretty sweet. I don't think that's true, Malcray. I think that that's like self-stroking and like trying to put other people down. I think the reason why Mentor doesn't see play in Modern consistently is because it's effectively a 4-mana card in a format full of removal. The reason why Mentor is so powerful in formats like Vintage and Legacy is because those formats are less creature-based than Modern is, which means on average, your powerful threats that are creatures live more often. Whereas in Modern, a format that's focused around creatures a ton, there's so much removal that it's just not going to be good enough. Why not play the Wellspring? Because this doesn't make mana currently. Alright, so you're dead. I didn't cast the Wellspring because my name is Jeff Hoagland and not Alex Bertoncini. Update on Sultai control. It's clunky and bad. God bless, Pikes. God bless. Listen, if WotC's not gonna slap the cheaters, it's up to us as a community to make sure we slap them every time we get a chance, okay? The people making the decisions aren't going to take a stance. The rest of us who support the game as a community need to make sure that we shut those people out. They are not welcome here. Get out. I guess I'm gonna bring in Echoing Truth, just like impacts the board. Definitely don't want Counterspells, Karn, or Nexus of Fate. How many timeouts do you think I give per stream day? I have no idea. I don't have a good metric on that. That's not something Twitch logs, believe it or not. A 2-time Grand Prix winner was caught cheating on camera at his local game store, which guess what? If cheating is such a strong compulsion for you that you're gonna cheat on camera at your local game store, it's probably just something you're doing constantly, right? 35 degrees, that's so cold, Nivek. Sai makes the thing tap for mana. So I'm pretty sure this is a hang tight on my 0-mana artifact so I can Sai and then make a bunch of Thopters immediately. Dan Lathier. Okay, I'm not using his name to protect him. I'm just not using his name because I don't know what his name is. How did Lanthier? Dan Lanthier is the person that was caught cheating. So again, I am pro putting these people on blast and ostracizing them because Wizards of the Coast isn't going to do us, so we need to do it for us. We need to do it ourselves. There are no Hallowed Fountains in this deck. I guess there's only one fetch land in this deck, huh? That's awkward. This Wog, honestly, might not just, like, not be good enough. I'm gonna play this out for now. Could get Spell Pierce. I don't know. I think I want to, like, wait on this side till post-Wog, right? Hopefully they, like, dump some lords here, and then we show them that God is displeased with what they have going on. I guess the question for next turn becomes, do I want to play out one of my zeros so that way I can Wog through Spell Pierce? Probably. I probably want to Wog through Spell Pierce. Morning, Brian. Oh, I'm dumb. They didn't hold Spell Pierce up. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. I'm missing a Thopter for later. My favorite part of the whole thing is where he posts his deck list to show that he had a third Stomping Ground, so there's no reason to cheat. But he only put 2 Arid bases in that photo when he clearly dredged 3 of them, so he was lying there too. Lying is a compulsion for a lot of people. Remember, it's basically an illness. So, like, to some degree have some sympathy, but also understand that, like, they need to get out of here and deal with their compulsions before they come back to playing competitive Magic. So again, my sequencing here was bad. I shouldn't have played the Mox Opal. I was thinking I needed to play around... what's it called? A Spell Pierce. I just, like, had been talking about that, and then obviously they tapped off of blue and don't have Spell Pierce up. And take a hit for 4 to 6 here. We're gonna make some Thopters next turn, chat. Who's excited? Who's excited for Thopter time? Dan Lanthier. I wonder, so, like, Sai's, like, okay here, right? But, like, he's definitely much worse than Mentor would otherwise be. So it makes me wonder, like, should there just be... I probably actually don't want to pick up Inspired Sanctuary. I wonder if there should just be, like, the 4th Mentor in this deck. Oh, gosh! You can... I definitely didn't realize that I could improvise off of these. I guess I should have, but that's sick. Okay, that makes this Sai a little bit better than Mentor. Sai just, like, closes quite a bit slower. We could get negated here. Nope. All right. Don't mind me. Just comboing up. This has been a really, really good couple of games to kind of showcase, like, what we're trying to do here. Nice, Brennan. Thanks for the support, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And remember, even if you don't, you can send it back. There's no worries on that end, but I think you'll like it. Alright, so let's do this, and then let's pick these up. Oh, don't mind me, just storming off. Oh no! Oh no! The pride cometh before the fall, chat. The pride cometh before the fall. I just wanted to draw more cards, opponent. I just wanted to draw some more cards, opponent. It's okay. We will survive. Hey, hey. Do, 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 do. I should have played the Seachrome Coast instead of this island. I should have waited to play this island. They hit a Lord. They did not hit a Lord. That's good for us. Nah, in my experience, Elder Deep Fiend's just too much work to set up. Hopefully, whatever new non-rotating format we get will end up involving, Elder Deep Fiend, and we could play that sweet card there, but so far. Alright, so I'm gonna use this to sacrifice this. Oh, geez, I just cast that with only one counter on it, didn't I? Mistakes were made, chat. The reason why I did that is because I'm an idiot who's not paying attention. Nothing but honesty on this stream, chat. Nothing but honesty on this stream. I am nothing if not honest. So you get to draw a couple more cards next turn. That's true, Holler. I might have been up till midnight playing Arena. I did some work, but I might have played a lot of Arena. Morning, Jackal. There's like no way they need like a Lord plus a counterspell to beat this Path to Exile. And honestly, maybe I should have left up enough mana that I could like beat Spell Pierce plus a Lord here. At what point do we slow the queue again? 100 decks? Yeah, 100 decks, Jackal Girl. Alright, if they have a counterspell, we're actually dead here. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I think I could have played. I'm gonna get Spell Pierced again and just like be really sad because I could have played around it. Yep. You're exactly dead. Good beats, messed up. And remember, actually, so like this is like a Greg MC827. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed with that. And the thing to note here is like I messed up and could have had one more charge counter on this, and I could have played an untapped land. So like even I could have done all of my things, and if I would have been paying attention, just like pay for that Spell Pierce. So pretty big series of mistakes on my part to allow me to get to the point that we got to there. "24 hours. That's a lot of Overwatch. I guess. There won't be fetch lands in the new non-rotating format, so it'll be pretty unlikely that it's all 4 and 5 color stuff. Also, good aggro decks punish 4 color decks just fine. The idea that Blood Moon exists to punish... Actually, in fact, I'm going to time you out, just because I'm so tired of that. I feel like I need to set that standard here, that if you're going to spread the BS that Blood Moon is there to check greedy mana bases, just don't be idiotic. Just don't do it. Just like, that's nonsense that people who like Blood Moon tell people to like make themselves sleep at night. It's okay to like Blood Moon, but like understand what it actually does. Blood Moon exists solely to try and screw people out of games of Magic. It has nothing to do with greed. Blue-white controls mana base isn't greedy. Green-black mid-range's mana base isn't greedy. These are cards that exist pretty much entirely to generate rancid games of Magic. Alright, so we'll float mana here. We'll do this. We'll keep the new one. We'll float another mana. We'll play this Pentad Prism out. Again, kind of a shame this Psy isn't a copy of Monastery Mentor. Because, like, if this was a Mentor, they'd be pretty close to dead next turn, right? There is a reason why they don't print cards like Blood Moon anymore. Because Blood Moon, and this is something that, you know, a lot of these people that are parroting crap they've heard from other people don't know. Blood Moon wasn't printed as a way to hose non-basic lands, chat. When Blood Moon was printed during the Dark, the design intent of Blood Moon was to enable Mountain Walk creatures. That was the intention of Blood Moon. Blood Moon in Modern, what it does today, is not doing what it was originally designed to do. So let's draw 2 here. Leave a blue floating. Let's take a peek at what's on top of their deck. Master of Waves, it's annoying. Alright, so I'm going to make a mana here and here, and I'm going to go ahead and sack this Mox Opal and a Thopter to draw a card, because I'm going to lose this Mox Opal anyways. And again, just like, imagine if this had been a Mentor this turn, right? Like, all these things would be huge and we'd be attacking for a pretty lethal amount of damage here. Like, we're in a good spot, obviously. Like, we're not in a bad spot, but we'd be in a much better spot if this side had been Monastery Mentor. It doesn't really matter that it's a legend. There's only 2 copies of Mox Amber. And Mox Amber just, like, existing as another 0-mana spell, I think is fine. It's a good one. Why wouldn't I have been able to make blue? This is a Mox Opal. We only play 2 Ambers. We play 4 Opals. You can't pick up Thopters. Paradoxical Outcome is explicitly non-token creatures. So, I think I'm gonna stack 3 on here. And then just take 4 from this. I'm gonna path this Lord of Atlantis here. Because this is a Phantasmal Image, they both don't get a land, and it's guaranteed to die. Morning, Lorecraft. It's early. No worries, Mordoth. And I feel like the actual answer is you can just, like, play 7 of them, right? Also, like, the way this deck is constructed, it's built in a way so, like, you get value off these things the turn you play them. And, like, Mentor is just, like, the much more powerful card. Alright, let's pick these up. 1, 2. Sure, don't put a head on it because it's... I'm assuming I clicked on the Mox Opal there. I'm gonna be really tilted if this Mox Opal doesn't come back to my hand. Apparently it's just like no hats for Mox Opal this morning. Just a cold, hatless morning for Mox Opal. I didn't want my outcome to run into a Spell Pierce, and I don't think that's true, actually. So... I think I'm going to go ahead and path here before I PO, because I'd rather my PO get Spell Pierced than my path get Spell Pierced. This could get Spell Pierced here, but I think that's fine. I would like to keep going if they don't have it. That's a Monastery Mentor. It's pretty good. These Pentad Prisms are like basically free. Let's go ahead and smash in the air. It is worrisome. We're hoping to dodge Spreading Seas here, because if they get unblockable, we could lose this race very easily. It's possible I should have thrown a Thopter away last turn to gain 4, because like I'm not always going to have the option to block. PZ is Young Pyromancer. Dr. P. Rizzle. If they don't find a way to get Island Walk here, our Mentor should take this game over in a big way. Although if they have a master, they have a Master of Babes, right? So like Master of Babes is gonna make a lot of dorks here. That's another copy of PO, chat. That's another copy of PO, chat. Don't mind me. Just doing what we're doing. I don't know if this deck is good, but it's certainly sweet. It's a shame I punted the second game. Hopefully we get to win this one. So I actually can I stop now? Like where do I stop? So like I have these two Moxes, like I should like play out all these Pentad Prisms here, but like how many tokens do I actually need, right? What a mobile friendly game. I mean, playing E for 2 doesn't really accomplish anything, right? Because I can't blow it up. I want to make sure I have enough things to block all their Master of Waves tokens. I think I just attack them for 8 here, and then they're getting 6 wave tokens. I've got plenty to block that stuff, so I'm gonna go and attack for 8 here. Do I want to play the Wellspring? So, like, if I hold the Wellspring, it makes my Monk tokens bigger next turn. But I guess I also just, like, have lethal in the air, right? So, yeah, I should probably play the Ichor Wellspring. Alright, don't island me, bro. Don't do it. Have a heart. Have a heart. Looking to fade Spreading Seas here. Looking to fade Spreading Seas, chat. Spreading Seas is the lethal droid we are looking to dodge. Am I dead yet? Am I dead yet? Okay. Am I dead yet? Still a no. Cheerio, mate. Ip, cheerio, mate. So I'm gonna throw away the Thopterist. Because they could have something like Hercule's Recall. And I still have like 8 of them here, so everything's blocked. Gosh! I really hope I can play this on my cell phone someday. That sounds like a pleasant and enjoyable user experience that I am looking forward to. Please let me play on my cell phone. Alright, that was a pretty sweet first game. It was a 45-minute match one, though. Tilt. Alright, how we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. Welcome to a wonderful Meme Monday. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I love doing what I do, but I wouldn't be able to be here day in and day out doing this as a job if it wasn't for their wonderful support. By subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. BCWSupplies.com. Excuse me. Love to help you protect your very valuable Magic Gathering cards and other gaming products. They do sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other great stuff, and you can save 10% on your orders at BCWSupplies.com using code Jeff10. And of course, Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Chris and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 4 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back. Traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new foam mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HugelbedUS and bit.ly/HugelbedCA. Or 1-0, we beat the fishes. We'll see if we're going to have some more long, grindy games. We got a 45-minute match one there. Pretty easy mulligan. Mox Amber. That's actually useful, right? Because they're going to get to draw a card with PO with it. Jace, thank you for the 19-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. All right, Elves. I think the Elves deck is a little bit more linear, more consistently than Merfolk that we just played against. I'm interested to see how this plays out. I'm going to play all these out so I can have Path to Exile up this turn when I pass. Mox Opal is enabled. I think I just want to buy time here, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. This, like, trades their Elvish Mystic, like, for a land, but it denies them 2 1/1s effectively. Which I think is a worthwhile trade for me. Like I said, I think I'm basically just trying to slow them down. The reason why I'm not going to cast Paradoxical Outcome is because I can't. Mox Amber does not currently make mana. To head that question off at the pass. Yeah, I agree, Statistician. I feel like our linear game plan is worse than... Or sorry, that's not what I wanted. It's worse than their linear game plan. And I don't feel like we have a lot of good tools to really compete with them. Although their start here is pretty slow. Why aren't there summoners packs to find your Monastery Mentor? It triggers Mentor, Jeff. Wouldn't you want to draw more of them? I've been at this a while, Brennan. You get to predict it, right? You just like been doing this a long time. So what am I doing here? So I can Opal. That doesn't let me do anything yet. We can Mox Amber. That turns that on. I can then Inspiring Sanctuary. And then I can Opal. I can't really do anything yet, though. I don't think I need to path. Do I need to path this? I probably should path that. I like how Moto offers me the ability to improvise for my Path to Exile. No colorless lands there, Magic Online. I'm not activating the Mishra's Bauble because I would like to be able to pick it up with my Paradoxical Outcome to draw an extra card next turn. We did beat Fish. You can overpay using Improvise? Really? Oh, they're playing a weird build of Elves. They've nicked those in Elvis Visionary. That's not true, Statistician. I didn't think you can overpay with Improvise. I didn't think that was the case. Yeah, it definitely tracks. I'll put you down. We'll be going until about my normal time today. So, actually, this is... Now I actually get to net mana here, right? Because I get to float. So I get to make blue, white, and now I'll PO. And I'll pick all of these up. I'm going to leave the Sanctuary in play. And then I get to spend a blue. And then I get to improvise off of all of these. So I get to do this. We still just, like, actually haven't drawn anything, huh? Maybe I was supposed to pick this up, too. Just like the classic, I'm gonna play one Pentad Prism here, but I'm not going to play. Actually, let's. I'm gonna check my top card. If my top card's a PO, I'll play some more stuff out. But if it's not a PO, I'm gonna hang tight. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang tight here because if we draw a Mentor or a Psi, I want to be able to trigger these. Woof. Thank you for the biddies tracks. Bip bump. Thanks for the support. Are you gonna be playing Standard this afternoon? I probably should have remanded that, huh? I think I should have just remanded anything there. Cast another spell. God bless you. I am aware that this is not going to send it back to their hand. It is, however, going to let me draw a card, though. Which is what I need in life right now. I need to draw cards. Alright, if we hit a Mentor, we could maybe be in this game. If we get a Mentor, we get a bunch of triggers. Woof. There's no win condition in our top 24 cards. It's a tough nut. Seems pretty clean. I think Canonist and Arayo are probably too slow here. Yeah, we were able to build, we'd be able to build a small building with our pile of bricks. How much extra democracy will it take for me to get Modern Steamkin to jump the line if I put my tier 3 sub towards it? For you, Beetle, if you just want to put your tier 3 sub... Wait, where's it at? Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong one. If you put your tier 3 sub towards it, I'll slide it in after Black-White Repeater. If that's what you'd like to do. Because you have that wonderful crown on your head. Bant mid-range will do. Beetle, if you have time, do you want to go look at Diva's Twitter or whatnot and find whatever her latest list is? But she was trying a bunch of different things. Like, I have a list that we talked about after Kent and I played it, but I know Diva's been working on it more. So I'd be fine playing the iteration that we have, but... think I'm just hanging tight to make things with this Psi. I did not, a brick. There's not enough hours in the day to keep up with everything. Alright, that's not a powerful 3-drop. That's good for us. What did I play some? I was playing some, the blue-black disinformation campaign deck. Use my resub to shout out to Beetle, the Steamkin deck's the sweetest thing Jeff played in a while. I thank you for the 4 months, Omnifact. Alright, perfect. Brandon52, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub there. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month with that. I think we're dead. Well. Okay. Alright, so if I put this explosives on 3, I kill my Psy, which kind of sucks, but I think that's necessary, right? Are the bit badges not working properly? No, bit badges are working properly, I think, unless yours just didn't work. Wannabe Beatles has his there, and so does Cookie Lord. You can control which of your badges pop up in chat, Pikes. So I think I want to get max tokens out of my Psy here, so I'm going to go ahead and Pentad Prism. So I have 3/1/1s to their 3/1/1s, but like I have nothing going on at this point is the problem. You're good at this community because you play the decks that are auto losses to the 50 decks in Modern. That's not strictly true. I actually reject a lot of decks. R1-1s are cuter. They fly, right? They've got their mechanics. What would win? 1 green Elfie Boy or 1/1 Thopters? All right, well, those weren't lords, but we're pretty dead. I'm gonna move along. I'm gonna roll along to the next one. Hilarious Max, thank you for the 31 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. Yeah, I responded to Seth on Twitter. I think Seth's take on Arena is pretty bad. I think he sounds like a lot of the other enfranchised players that are scared of change. Tier 1 subs can submit new decks to the queue for as little as $10. So you get emotes, you get to pop in the Discord, and you get to add decks to the queue for $10 if you'd like. I think not comparing Arena to Magic Online is absurd. It's absurd in the same vein as why, well, it's like saying Hearthstone's not a Magic competitor, right? Like, obviously these things should be compared to each other. I'm like a non-rotating format in Arena away from just like going all in on an arena content. Standard's really good. I'm excited to be doing more Standard, but Standard, even great Standard formats just don't scratch that itch in the same way a format like Modern does. Just like having such a deep card pool is something that's a lot of fun to work with. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Like, Hearthstone gateways people into other card games is a great way to think about it. And like, with Arena being good, Arena can be what gateways people into playing more Magic, right? I don't think that's strictly true, Pikes. I think it's been a while since we've had a really good standard format, but like I've definitely like stayed engaged with good standard formats throughout their entirety. I mean, this is a hand of cards. Gemstone Cavern Aether Vial. I think this means they're a Leonin Arbiter deck. A lot of us quit Standard, Pike. A lot of people took a really long break from Standard. You are not alone in that. I don't even think Arena needs to be on mobile to attract new players. I think just like having a quality digital client will just like get people in even on the PC. What do we think of this engineered explosives for one, chat? Is that gonna be good? Merfolk again. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna play and crack explosives this turn. Just like get rid of their mana. Yeah, Merfolk kind of surprises me based on the start that they had here. Alright, you have a basic waste and a Silver Gill Adept. Come at me, fish. Yeah, Holler, that's a great way to put it too. Just like, look at the number of people streaming that are just like, I'm brand new to Magic. And that's awesome. For the record, it's awesome that there are that many people streaming that are brand new to Magic. Arena has already gotten a bunch of people into the game. People that otherwise never would have touched it. And like, the other thing about Magic on mobile, right? Like, one of the reasons why Hearthstone's good on mobile and games like it, not only are they designed with mobile in mind to fit on a small screen with board state restrictions, but those games also generate like 5 to 10 minute games, right? Like a lot of games, especially matches of Magic, last a lot longer than that. Jazzball, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine. Yeah, I agree, Mazer Mouse. I definitely think like there's good market out there for like games that are designed with mobile in mind, right? I definitely think like the Champions game and Hearthstone and Eternal even are just like games that are being designed within that space. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to drag the Magic numbers up, right? Like the Magic numbers as they exist now aren't particularly good. Like before Arena came along and like added a bunch of new people streaming with between sponsored stuff and people just like picking up because they genuinely like the game. Like and I love all of you and y'all are great and I appreciate you being here, but like compared to like real games on Twitch, like my viewer numbers are kind of pathetic, right? Like my average concurrence is something like 800 to 900 if that. And like that with 800 to 900 average concurrent viewers, I was like consistently top 3, 4, 5, sometimes even 1 or 2 on Twitch for viewers. And like, that's kind of depressing as far as like Magic's concerned. Like, Magic's a much better game than like that many viewers being like in their top 5. Yeah, the only people that were consistently breaking 1,000 before Arena happened were Kenji, and Caleb. Yeah, Magic is like a game that has a bunch of sub games in it. It's the best way I can put it. It's a game where it's the formats inside of Magic are like sub games to Magic. Real talk, should Twitch split MTGO and Arena into separate games? I don't think so. I think if we could tag and filter inside the Magic category, that would be okay. But I think leaving Arena, Paper Magic, and MTGO all under the same umbrella is good for Magic as a whole. Not even just my donation model puffed okay, but my YouTube revenue alone probably makes more than his song request model. Not even to state like the morality and the right wrong about songs. We've like talked about that a lot recently, but like just the amount of money that I make extra, not only from donation decks, but like YouTube revenue and people like subbing because of YouTube is just like far and away. Yeah, and like what I do here, like that's not for everybody, right? That being said, like I've definitely seen Caleb, like someone offer him $100 to play a deck and he's like dropped what he's doing and played the deck before, and like I often do that, right? That's like not a one-off here. Like $100 deck cuts are like something that happened with some frequency on the stream. All right, so we're bouncing my thing here. I think I want to just preserve my health total here. I think I'm just going to use these tokens as a gain 6. Yeah, exactly, Iceman. I like that. And like, honestly, the donation deck system would be tough to do if I didn't have YouTube as an archive, because then I would have to like coordinate people being able to watch their decks live, and that just sounds like a nightmare. Let's talk about how good Engineered Explosives is against Merfolk for a moment. Yeah, Tuba. I mean, like, I think I strike a good mix, right? Like, I'm upfront that, like, this is a job, and if it doesn't make money, I won't be here as often as I am, right? Like, if this wasn't making me enough money to be a job, I would stream 10 to 15 hours a week, maybe a little bit less than that, because I do love streaming and I love playing Magic. But, like, the reason why I'm able to be here for 30, 40, 50 hours a week is because people send me money to be here. There's a stigma in the society where we live where you're basically I feel like there's this message that like you're not allowed to enjoy your job, and like if you do, you're doing something wrong or you're cheating. But like I just think that's silly and weird. Yeah, it's cheating. It's cheating at being an adult. Is it right to slow roll the Bauble forever? That's a good question. Thank you for bringing it up. I'm probably supposed to crack the bubble here, actually, right? Because I think I just like need to draw some action. Like if I had a paradoxical outcome, I should probably sit on this, but the fact that I don't means I should probably crack it. That's a coincidence. Magic loves cheaters. That goes under the it's funny because it's sad category, right? I think I'm going to Serum Visions here off the Pentad Prism. Because if I hit a Mox Opal, I could then cast a bunch of spells this turn. Oh, I played an island. Have I had the island in play? I don't remember. Giving them an island for Island Walk is kind of loose. PO is great here, obviously. So I'm going to bottom that, top this. I'm going to go ahead and play this Mox Amber just for another Mentor. I think I just played this, and I think I'm a big dumb for doing that. Playing this out means I'm dead to a Lord. Mistakes were made, chat. Should have been paying more attention. If they don't have a Lord, the PO on top of our deck's about to be really good. Sweet, they don't have a Lord. Oh, that's true. That's true, Chimbu. If they had it, they should have done it last turn. That's a good read. And like playing the land out did give me an extra thing to do. That's true. They did draw a card with that. That's another good point to make. So buttons on your underwear. I can play this Ichor Wellspring. And then I can pick all these up. I'm in need of heavy moderating. We got you. There's always plenty of moderation here. Plenty of moderation to go around, chat. All right, so they're at 20. Yeah, now I just like PO and pick my stuff up, right? Wow, that's a lot of Mox Opals. Is that good, chat? I think, are they dead? I think they're dead. I haven't counted yet, but I think Echoing Truth, these elementals smash is lethal. Because I get to play all these Pentad Prisms out. Oh, I can Pathmaster. Yeah, that's true too. Mentor. 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 All right, chat. We're doing it. We're doing it. This is a second Merfolk, but this has just been like tribal.league. We lost to Elves in the middle. Is this a concession lockup or what's going? I can't tell if it's a concession lockup or if Moto's just going really slowly. Rawr. This card's so good when it's good. When this card is good, it's great. Think of the fishy children. I don't remember if we won game 1 or not. We did win game 1. Yeah! Merfolk confirmed unlosable matchup. Died to Elves, beat Merfolk twice. Oh right, we killed their Aether Vials game 1. Nah, that's just Moto putting 20 triggers on the stack. I don't know why there's a Nexus of Fate in the stack. I feel like the Nexus of Fate should probably just be another Monastery Mentor. I guess I'm in for a third land. Every time my opponent plays Razor Verge Thicket, my gut reaction is always just like, this is a Bauble that's about to come into play, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot of good reasons to have bottomed that island. Could be Humans. Humans doesn't usually play Razor Verge Thicket though, right? Path the Bird. That is not how that one goes. Voice of Resurgence. I bet we have potential to have a good Voice of Resurgence matchup. This Remand looking a little bit like poop though. Just the soupiest of poop. If you go to mtgotraders.com, they have the option to buy your cards for real money. Tell them the stream sent you. The next deck, the curve on the next deck in the queue is like beautiful and terrible and beautiful. Don't worry, chat. I have the secret answer to grizzly bears. You ready for the hot grizzly bear answers? I call it a 1/4. At some point, we're going to draw a spell this match, and it's going to be glorious. But until then, have a 1/4 opponent. 1/4 is too strong. Please nerf. Dear Watsy, please nerf 1/4s. They're oppressive to voiceover. The Horned Turtle. Gosh, how did I forget Horned Turtle was like the default 1/4? 10 out of 10. The spikiest of all the turtles. You know what I want to know? What's the Vorthos reason that a human has 4 toughness? Like, he's just like sitting in a chair. He's just like robed in a chair and has 4 toughness. I think next turn I'm actually going to remand my path here. He has a really durable house. Hold control to retain priority. Okay, I mean, like, that's like a real Magic card, right? Next turn I get to go Mentor Path, remand my path, make 2 tokens. Milk, it does the body good. What's going on? Good morning. All right, we need a moment of Jeff does social media. TKS, Smasher, and Ulamog are fine when they are not being played with Eldrazi Temple and Tron Lands. Those cards are not the issue. Those cards are actually like perfectly reasonable designs. The issue is that they are played with lands that give you way too much mana. Alright, so they picked their Path to Exile back up, which kind of sucks for us, because it means I'm only going to get 2 tokens out of this Mentor. Hopefully we draw a 0 mana artifact, or 2 0 mana artifacts next turn, so I can make a bunch of tokens. I guess, what's it called? Pentad Prism is effectively a 0 mana artifact for what I want to do next turn. What's going on, Cassie? Life is swell. Poppy needs a 0 mana artifact. Been playing Grizzled Eddie recently. We're starting to think about the Manamorphose. Now that we have Discovery, I think Tormenting Voice or Cathartic Reunion might be better. I would just play like I'd probably play like Collective Brutality in my main deck. I've been pretty happy ditching the Cathartic Reunions. Well, I mean, I could technically cast Nexus of Fate, I guess. That is a castable Nexus of Fate. So I guess we'll take it. No, we don't lose Glimmervoid. I've got a Darksteel Citadel. I got this bad Mamma Jammer right here. Nah, Magic players just like to speculate. And like, we know a new non-rotating format is coming. They told us it's a when, not an if. I mean, like, I'm gonna get another combat step in, so like I got that going for me. What if we just draw Nexus of Fate for the rest of the game, right? We could theoretically only draw copies of Nexus of Fate for the rest of the game. And if I draw Nexus of Fate every turn for the rest of the game, we will kill them, chat. Okay. Happy Monday to Farah. All right. What's some advice for doing YouTube videos for a channel but doing paper magic? Paper magic's just a tough sell, Brando. I did paper magic once upon a time, and it's just like so much harder for people to be engaged with. Just harder to translate what's going on screen for folks. It's going well. Geek Wolfric, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub there. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I mean, when this deck gets to do its thing, like, our thing is pretty sweet. It's just like, my concern is that, like, we don't get to do our thing often enough or consistently enough to, like, keep up with, like, we beat Merfolk on the merit of, like, engineered explosives being absurd against them. But, like, against Elves, we just got run over here, right? The problem is that, like, Psy isn't doing something that's generally considered good in Modern, right? Like, generating slow, grindy card advantage is, like, not what this format is about. Now, if this new non-rotating format starts at Origins, Psy is going to get together with possibly my favorite card, Thopterist Spy Network, and they're going to have a good time. Psy plus Thopterist Spy Network sounds like the party that never ends. Just like the gift that keeps on giving. Thopterist Spy Network will always have a special place in my heart. That blue-white control deck that I top-8'd week 1 after Origins released might be in contention for the worst deck I've ever top-8'd a tournament with. What's going on, Geek? Welcome. I think it's worth gaining 2 here with this Thopter. Yeah, look, no, that was, we found Hanger Backwalker week 1. We knew what was up. We found the Hang Boy. Put some hats on these. Get some triggers. I'm assuming they have a bunch of, like, 3 and 4 mana spells here. Like, my opponent's playing, like, green-white Value Town style stuff. So I'm assuming they've got, like, a bunch of collected companies in their hand here. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet the Snowlands are just for aesthetics on my opponent's side of the table. So I could PO again this turn to draw 2, but, like, Ichor Wellspring draws 1, which seems reasonable. So I think I'm going to start there. See where we end up at. I think I'm going to be conservative on my attacks this turn and just, like, maybe not attack with anything. Although I guess I could poke them with this Thopter here. Poking them with 1 Thopter is probably a fine idea. I guess these are 5/5s. Yeah, screw it. Let's go. Double Abyss you. Yeah, smart leaving the Noble untapped. They might want to jump block with this Noble. Voice Restoration Angel. Okay. Interesting. How did the opponent get to 4 life? These 2 monk tokens have done a number on them. Yes. Yes, resolves. Damage. That actually reminds me of, so people like, whenever something like that comes up, people like to talk about how things like that can't happen in paper Magic. And I was playing a match of Magic on the Open Series. This was a long time ago, probably 2015, 2016 at least. And I was playing Kiki Chord, so I had 2 Voice of Resurgences in play, or 2 Voice of Resurgence tokens in play. And I attacked my opponent, and this is, I attacked my opponent with these tokens, and like my opponent was at, I think they were at like 6 life, and my opponent's looking at my board, and my opponent goes, how big are the Voice of Resurgence tokens? I was like, this is my board state, because that's a legal answer. How big Voice of Resurgence is derived information that you don't have to provide to your opponent. And my opponent like counted up all my creatures, and they counted up all my creatures, and they're like, the Voice of Resurgence tokens are 5/5s, and they were at 6. And I'm like, this is my board. Make your blocks. This is my board. So they counted all my creatures like 3 times, and then they didn't block one of the tokens, and I had 6 creatures in play, and they died. Just like one of those things where it's just like, well, these are my cards. I'm not obligated to help you count. Like, you know, Magic the Gathering. So in fact, things like that can happen in paper. You don't have to help your opponent validate derived information until it impacts something like health totals changing. Yeah, I think they missed counting the tokens themselves or something. I don't know how they got there, but like they counted it multiple times and then they missed it and they died. I was fine. I was like, we're gonna move to damage now, right? They're like, yes, damage. I was like, all right, you're dead. Correct. You can't lie to them. I can't say to them, yes, these are 5/5s. Now you're going to take 6. That's lying. That's a DQable offense. However, you are not obligated to help your opponent count things. Derived information that's public. No, it wasn't even like there was a Dryad Arbor in my lands. Like that's not how this worked, right? Just like I think they must have missed. They counted themselves too, which I don't know. We played the entire match with Voice of Resurgence tokens out, so. My opponent can ask if they are 5/5s, and I can tell them this is my. Did I not submit? I think I forgot to submit because we were talking. I think I might have forgotten to submit here. This button is lit up orange, which probably means I didn't submit. Yeah, Knight of the Reliquary, Charmagoyf. Yeah, there's remands in my deck. I forgot to submit. That's fine. This hand is good. Mistakes were made. This should be a past exile right now. Correct. Yeah, and some other person. And that's what gets me on. One of the reasons I moved away from playing competitive Magic is like those types of things. There are players that will vilify me for making plays like that are legal inside of Magic. While, like, you know, people are actually cheating or getting away with it. Like, I'm playing the game by the rules and taking legal advantages that I can get. That, like, leveraging my skill of understanding what's going on with the board state. And, like, people will get all up in your business about it. And, like, paper Magic doesn't have enough money in it to be worth, like, fighting over stuff like that. All right, so... This is interesting. Do I Bauble so I can hold up Remand here? I think I do. So, like, if I Bauble, this makes blue mana. If I hold on to this, it could turn into another Mentor token. But I think holding up Remand here is worthwhile. Because if I get to Remand this turn, I'm more likely to hit a 3rd land to cast Mentor next turn. Yeah, we were wondering why they had so many cards in their hand. It looks like they're actually just playing Naya. I wonder if they're playing Kiki Chord. Like, they definitely, all the cards they've played so far could be Kiki Chord. Oh, you know what? I should have cycled this. If I'd have cycled this, I'd have hit the land to play Mentor this turn. That's actually a pretty big mistake on my part. I should have cycled this last turn. Yeah, they have a lightning helix now. Yep. And they don't have a path to exile here. I'm gonna get a few tokens off this Mentor, which is good for us. Voice of Resurgence indicates it's not Naya good stuff, just Naya stuff. Pew pew! Pew pew! It's funny because it's true, chat. It's funny because it's true. No, I don't think Force Spike would see play. The card's just too narrow. I think they're playing Kiki Chord, chat. They played Restoration Angel last game, which like implies Kiki Chord. Like I've definitely played Raging Ravine in a lot of my Kiki Chord decks. I think I'm bottoming these. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this turn to make another monk, I think. I just kind of want to get max monks before they helix my Mentor. Magic Online does not pair you against people of a similar record. My name is not Alex Bertoncini, so I can't tap this Mox Opal for mana with only 2 artifacts in play. As much as I would like to. No worries about buzz. Bot buzz. I can tap the Opal now. I couldn't tap the Opal before Engineered Explosive was in play, though. So I couldn't use this to cast the EE. It does mean you're a sub, Endo, and if you didn't sub, that means somebody probably gifted you a wonderful sub. You have a lot of great sub gifters around these parts. That's yeah, look, I had 3 artifacts. Why couldn't I make mana with it? Flank attack. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Welcome. I think I'm actually just going to draw the extra card here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to draw 5 cards, please. When taking notes in paper, if you bauble your opponent, can you write down the wrong card in order to elicit a fetch? Yeah, you're allowed to lie about hidden information in Magic. Man, are we gonna force double? This is the fact that there's not 2 Monastery Mentors in this deck is so absurd. Or 4 Mentors. There should 1000% be 4 Monastery Mentors in this deck, and it is not particularly close. I think we're gonna force a double chump block here. Right, so I get to... So I'm going to cast this Opal. No, I'm just going to cast the Wellspring. No, wait. Wait. So I can Opal, Remand my Opal off of this mana, and then I can Opal, cast Wellspring. Yes. So I could E for 2 and pop, but they have Selfless Spirit, chat, so that's not going to be a lethal line. The Selfless Spirit means that doesn't matter. I don't think I can get to 17 this turn, right? Can I get to 17? I need to cast 7 more spells. I probably can't get that far. Oh yeah, if we'd have drawn Path, that'd have been really good there. Yeah, could you imagine if this Remand would have been a Path? Five months till my sword. Thank you, Red Mulligan, for the 7-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh yeah, I'd have to get to 18. Yeah, okay. So let's hit them for 12 and then bin their spirit. Am I dead on the backswing? This is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I am not dead on the backswing. So let's just go ahead and smash. So they'll go block, bid spirit, go to 5, and then we have lethal prowess triggers next turn most likely. Especially with the engineered explosives to clean things up. Blackwell J, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, we got dumpstered by Elves. Elves was super linear and efficient and killed us very dead. Oh yeah, I should definitely cycle Bauble. Good call. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm about to get Whirly Boyd. I think I'm about to get Whirly Boyd and die. Yeah, we beat Fish the second time. That's unfortunate for us. All right, so we're taking 6 here altogether. Yeah, Sanctuary gives non-artifacts. What's it called? So this is definitely an EE on 3 turn. Which means I need 5 mana altogether. I think we're going to be dead to this Raging Ravine. Yeah, we're actually just dead, right? Because they get to... They're drawing Horizon Canopy, which means this turns into a 5 and this attacks for 4. I'm going to make sure they take that line, but we are going to be dead to Goose plus Ravine here. Judge Advocate, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month with that. Welcome to everybody. Hope everyone had a great weekend, having a good start to your Monday. All right, so they didn't take the line that kills me. God bless. I agree, Hawkeye. And honestly, a lot of the issues I have with Modern aren't even from the power level of cards, because like we have a lot of variety with a lot of powerful cards in Modern, right? The issues that I tend to take from Modern are Tron lands, are Blood Moon, are, you know, things like Ensnaring Bridge to a degree. Like those types of things are the things that leave me frustrated with Modern. Nice, 7. I am also looking to a format where, like, you know, we can cast cards like Torrential Gearhulk and these other slower cards like Elder Deep, and they're just like sweet and powerful, but just like aren't fast enough for Modern. Yeah, exactly. Like Modern has a bunch of cards in it that were designed in a different time. They were designed when the format was just like fundamentally very different. Like they don't, it's funny that these cards exist in the format called Modern, but they don't adhere to Modern design principles is basically what it comes down to, right? Yeah, it's very possible that like energy isn't oppressive in a format like Modern though. I usually use like DM DAT. The actual answer is that like they're both fine. Yeah, Blood Moon's original printing, The Dark. Huntmaster of the Fells, okay. Alright. Draw me a card so I can concede. Yeah, fetches are annoying. Shuffling sucks. Except when I sit here with my deck of shuffling. Shuffling during a match of Magic sucks. The actual act of shuffling, I like shuffling Magic cards. They're great. This is my shuffling deck. Yeah. Get that nice riffle purr, chat. Who doesn't love a nice riffle purr? Yeah. Yeah, just let you feel it through my body. All right, let's actually sideboard this time rather than mucking it up. This is my green-red madness deck, aka a pile of commons and uncommons that I use for sitting here and shuffling. No, nobody wants to play extended. People want to play a non-rotating format. People want to play a format where they can know that the deck that they love is going to exist unless it gets banned. No, I don't think Settle's good enough. It's really kind of clunky and expensive. Bottom. I think I'll take a PO here. No, not at all. Modern will still exist just like Legacy still exists. In fact, I would bet when a new non-rotating format becomes a thing, it'll push Legacy out more than anything. Like, Legacy's pushing itself out by the virtue of the reserve list. And then on top of that, you know, so like team events, I would expect when we have a third supported constructed format, team events will become standard new format Modern. Gosh, they have beautiful birds of paradise too. These are the birds I play in paper. This one, I have 8th edition birds that are altered to have black borders. English non-foil is my jam, chat. English non-foil is my jam. Maybe I'm just supposed to purge these birds with this explosives. I don't know, I kind of just want to kill them, chat. Like, this is gonna kill them real fast. And like, if I wanted to E and blow it for 1, I'd have to play the Bauble out so I don't lose my Glimmervoid. Deal. Yeah, I agree, Zach. It definitely, Legacy is a fundamentally different format. I also think that like they came to the conclusion about like about what's it called? They came to the conclusion about cantrips being bad in general for formats long after Legacy was a thing, right? Like, do I want to pick the Sanctuary back up? Yeah, I think I do. I think I want the card from that. Am I gonna play this out for 1? I think so. So this could turn into a side token next turn, but I think I'd rather just like get to the Space Jam here. Oh no, not another big scary voice of Resurgence. How will we ever win the game, chat? I guess a reason to keep this is I have the second PO in my hand currently. Yeah, Pauper is very similar play pattern. So Legacy, it's similar answers with worse threats, basically, is what it comes down to. So I'm gonna cast Psy. I'm gonna cast Pentad Prism. I'm gonna blow up Engineered Explosives. Do I want to trade here? I don't think I do, actually. I think I just want to pass. Is that a good one? What do we think of that one, chat? Or should I know I'm gonna keep saying this just so it hammers home when we do the wrap up, but there should be 4 mentors in this deck. I think drawing 2 here is plenty. No, I think 3 Psy is probably plenty, but I definitely would get a 4th mentor in here. Like the Karn and the Nexus of Fate are just like some hot nonsense. Just like really no reason for them to be in the deck. Oh, I should have attacked with this, whatever. Yeah, there aren't 4 mentors in the deck. Kind of. We only have 2 Mox Ambers. Mox Amber's pretty bad. I don't know what Divine Vestige does. How am I enjoying Magic Arena? Wolfric, thank you for the bits. I appreciate the support. Arena's great. Arena is the Magic video game that I have been waiting for a very, very long time. Standard seems really sweet right now, and Arena as a software offering is very good. And as always, the people that support my content kind of dictate what we see and when we see it. So if there's any decks that are in the queue right now, Wolfric, that you'd like to see a little bit sooner, I'd be happy to bump them up for those bits. Thanks for the support. Mulkle Seth, thank you for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hot Guy from Babylon, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to everybody. Got 750 people here this morning hanging out for some Modern. We got one more match here with this Monastery Mentor pile of cards. And then got a couple more decks coming up today. We're going to do 2 to 3 more. We've got black-white repeater combo coming up next, then mono-red Steam Kid, and possibly Izoni Reanimator to wrap things up today. We'll see how the time's going. If a couple other leagues go long, we might not get to 4 decks today, but we'll definitely do at least 3. Definitely at least a real deck. Antiquities War is an interesting idea. I was watching this stream every day for the past few weeks. I feel like the least I could do is use my entertainment, my sub Prime. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Those Prime subs are, honestly, I think they're like half my subs. I think I have a metric on that. Prime subs. Yeah, Prime subs. Prime subs are about a little bit less than half my subs once you total them up. But yeah, here, God bless Amazon Prime. God bless those basic bucks, and thanks for sharing them here. Yeah, so like the Antiquities War doesn't help us find like our actual creatures that are winning us the game, but like it can win us the game on its own, right? I think this hand is a keep. Like I get to go Opal with Serum Visions to make sure that this Glimmervoid's not gonna die. Yes, there's a sub-Discord. You can find details on that right here. All right, so I have to bottom Mentor here, which feels a little bit bad. Definitely going to top this Serum Visions. Can help us dig towards the land here. Yeah, you too, Rollins. These are my cards. This is a part where like they're checking our scries to see if we put one on top. All right, this is some hot takes. Ready for some hot takes? You'll be a much happier person if you stop thinking about your hobbies as an investment and just think about them as having fun. What's going on, Lem? Welcome. Thank you for the 4-month resubscription there. Welcome back. I appreciate the third of a year of support. All right. Cast Serum Visions here. Boppy needs land. There's only 19 lands in this deck, so there is a pretty real chance that we miss on this here. But I think it's right to keep the Serum Visions on top, because if the Serum Visions misses on a land, then our next card was going to miss too. And this is just bottoms up here again, just like looking for more mana at this point. No, Vintage. They have to be talking about it from an investment standpoint because we actually don't know how much money Artifact costs. So, like, saying that Artifact is going to be better value or better money to fun ratio than Arena or Hearthstone or MTG or anything else is just crazy because we don't actually know what that number is, right? So, like, the thing they're comparing to is the secondary market, which, for the record, there isn't clean. And one thing I've been looking into, I wonder if they're going to rework the Steam marketplace because, what's the word that I'm thinking? The current setup for cashing out of the Steam marketplace is not fantastic. There's a lot of hoops involved, and it's not very direct. And their cut. So there's their cut, and like the ability to get cash out of it is like tough. You have to like go through like third party like Steam skin websites and stuff like that. Yeah, they're comparing it to Artifact, which we don't know the pricing on. And honestly, as someone who is a big proponent of playing games for fun and screw the Magic finance community, while I don't think the current MTG Arena economy is perfect, the fact that like Doom Whisperer cost me one mythic wildcard on there and not $20 is kind of nice, right? Like, the fact that, like, when a new deck pops up, you don't get priced out of being able to play it on the platform where you can play it is, like, kind of nice, right? And, like, again, different strokes for different folks. You should spend money on the things you enjoy, and you should play the formats and the games you enjoy. If you enjoy Moto, spend money on Moto. If you enjoy Hearthstone, spend money on Hearthstone. If you enjoy Arena, spend your money on Arena. Again, these should all just be, like, your entertainment budgets, right? So, like, there's no reason you can't enjoy one thing while I enjoy another and vice versa. I do not respond to messages on Facebook regarding Magic and stream stuff. I try to keep my Facebook just for personal things. You can message me on Twitter, or if you're subscribed, you can message me on Discord. I'm going to move along here. So, and again, from people who are talking about like the price of Arena, the price of Arena compared to Paper Magic is less, excuse me. And the price of Arena compared to other digital offerings from other companies is also less. So, compared to like what Hearthstone costs, Arena is cheaper than that. And I guess I really haven't given games other than Hearthstone significant amounts of money, so that's my only baseline. Yeah, Arena works fine under Wine. I've been doing almost all of my streaming of Arena from my Linux system. GRTE, it works. You have to use Wine staging, but it works fine under that. It's a Relic matchup. This could be a Relic matchup. Remand's pretty medium. Nexus of Fate and Karn are just like nonsense. I'm just gonna cut those and bring in Relics. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think of the digital card games that exist, Eternal's probably the one that's probably stands to lose the most from Arena and Artifact coming about. Eternal has a jumpstart because they're on mobile, like they're Magic Light for mobile. But if Arena ever hits tablets, they're probably in big trouble. Is there an ideal time to buy cards for Standard? Yeah, when you want to play with them. You think Arena killed Hex? I don't know. I think Hex was on the way out long before Arena ever came about. I think Hex probably killed itself. My resub pop-up, it didn't, CPSX. You need to refresh your browser page to send it through, but thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And it's not even strictly poor financial planning that killed Hex, right? Like, for people that aren't familiar, like, the games market is, like, very difficult to break into. It's very saturated. You can have a good game that's well managed and, like, still just, like, not be successful. And that's not to say everything Hex did was perfect. Like, they definitely had their issues, but I think, like, even if everything had been perfect, they also, like, could have still, like, not been successful. Life is tough, and cutthroat parts of the industry can be rough to get into and out of. You can do everything right and still fail, right? And, like, as TCG players, we should understand that, right? Like, life is variance by design. Life is like magic. It's got variance by design. Thank you for the 2 months there, CPSX. All right, so we 3-2'd. We beat Kiki, Chord, and 2 more folk decks. I'm not quite sure what year it is, but that's what happened in that league. The Nexus of Fate and this Karn are just, like, hot nonsense. Monastery Mentor should be a 4 of. I don't know why there's not max Path to Exiles in the main deck. Probably trim this Remand. So I think this would probably be my starting point if I wanted to play this some more. I actually think the Ambers are fine. I think the Ambers are, while they don't turn this on off, while we don't have this to turn them on all the time, I think that having more zeros is good for us. Honestly, I would probably cut these Remands, and I would throw in the fourth Bauble, and then another Engineered Explosives. Just, like, max out on zeros so we can, like, play a thing on 3 and, like, make tokens a lot of the time. Frank and Bean, thanks for all the memes. Thanks for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I could see going up to a 20th land potentially being okay, but I think that, like, this main deck is probably where I would start. Basically, just, like, looking at what I did, I just, like, cut the nonsense and just, like, went up to 4 ofs for a lot of things, right? Just, like, added consistencies to the deck list. And that's something that I think a lot of people, like, they have, like, their pet cards and their 1-ofs that, like, aren't very good, but, like, they make it into tournament decks. And even I'm guilty of that, right? Like, I played 1 of Spellstutter Sprite in the open that I top 8'd in Indy, right? Because that was my pet card that I didn't want to get rid of. I don't think Welding Jar is very good in here. Welding Jar, we don't really have artifacts that we don't want destroyed, so Welding Jar kind of loses its luster. I actually thought the Ichor Wellsprings were pretty okay. Having more cantrips to power through our deck, and, like, they're good with Scion and stuff like that, so I think Wellspring was fine. All right, that was